Today on my channel planner, friends, I needed to make a little folder to hold my recipes in my brand new repurposed Filofax Finsbury Pocket Planner, which is now my meal planner. So stay tuned and I'll show you how I make it and we'll chat a little bit. Hello planner friends and welcome to my channel. I'm one Crafty Dolo and I'm so happy you're here with me today. So today I think I need a little creative inspiration. Last week I showed you how I created this. I repurposed this Filofax Finsbury pocket planner into a meal planner and it's working well and I love it. I'm still working in it. But what I would like to do today is to create a little folder for it. There's some recipes. I do use Pinterest still. I know a lot of people got out of Pinterest. You can click my link tree below and follow me on Pinterest. I'm very, very active on it. I love finding recipes and other things on there. So what I decided to do was kind of create this little, I have this back section here and I do have a divider, but I almost want a little folder in here for just easy recipes on the fly. So I don't have to bring my laptop. I can use my phone, but I don't know. I don't always like the Pinterest app on the phone. So I end up bringing my laptop in the kitchen. You get the idea. So anyway, welcome to my channel. Sorry, sometimes I'm too wordy. Ugh. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome to subscribe and tap the notification bell. I upload 3 times a week, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So let's get into this without further ado. So I pulled out, I used for the front here, all of these little bits here, I used part of this apron strings collection from Simple Stories, so I still have a little bit of it left here, and I love these papers. I think they're really pretty. I love Simple Stories collections, so yeah. And then I have these chipboard stickers, so I'm going to put those aside for right now. And what I'd like to do is do some measuring, decide which one I want to use. On the one hand, I really love this. On the other hand, this, I like the yellow in here too. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this, but you know what? Let me think about it. And yeah, so we're going to create a little folder where I can just write a recipe down real quick so I don't have to carry things around. So first off, let me just say that this is working really well, like I said, and I've got my new recipes to try here. I did make the red pepper pesto. It was so good. It was so good. That's on Mediterranean Minutes on her YouTube channel. So yeah, I want to write it down because that's definitely a keeper. So let's start. I'm going to use, let's see here. I need to make this a little larger than this one. Almost like this size. So let's take this out. And I'm going to measure, and then I'm going to cut. I usually cut off camera because I have visual challenges and I get all spazzy nervous. So let me measure and use my little yellow pencil, and let's go. Okay, so I already cut it and I punched the holes in it, and now I have to figure out, I would like to put these in here, which I've done before in my planners, but what I'm going to do is I cut them kind of at a diagonal, if that makes sense. It's just a design feature that I happen to like rather than the straight across folder. So I'm going to try to cut this off camera because I do get nervous. So let me see what I can do here, friends. Just to show you though, so they come out right, hopefully, I put these opposite like that, so the cut's even, if that makes sense to you. So yeah, let's see how I can do this. This is a little off here, but that's okay. Okay, so as you can see, that worked. And now I have to glue them in, which I got more adhesive. You know me and my adhesive. Ugh, we don't like each other very much, but that's okay. So basically, I'm just doing the ends here, if that makes sense. Okay, so I adhered those, and here they are, and I do need to cut in another hole here to get this set up. So let me grab my hole puncher again. Okay, so we're going to do this right here just to make sure it works. There we go. And so far, so good. Cute little folder, isn't it? I think I have to tack this down a little more, but that's okay for now. Now I want to add a tab, and I want to add some embellishments to the front. So I'm going to use one of these tabs here, and then I'll use this for embellishments. I think I'll use one of these tabs. I don't know. These are all, let's see, favorites. There we go. That's the one, because the rest of them are desserts or sauces, breakfasts, and I want this to be a little bit more. So we have this tab here that says favorites. And let me look here again at the color scheme. If that's going to be the front, I want a yellow back. And you know what? Let's use the chickens as the back, since we use the theme of the chicken, excuse me, is really quite prevalent in this. I'm going to put this up here, even though I have a tab there. So I'm going to kind of move it right there, I think. I think that's what we can do, right? And we're going to put it, let's move it down a little bit. There we go. That's better. Alrighty. So now we're going to put favorites here. Perfect. And I want to decorate the front a little bit. And of course, we have here this apron, which says recipes. I think that's pretty much going to be the one. Excuse me. It's pretty large, though. Let me see. No, it works. It works. I almost wonder if I need a little... No, I don't want to use that as a background. I was just wondering if I needed another background, but to make it pop a little bit. Let me think a minute here. So I dug around and found some of my doilies, and that's actually what I think I'm going to do. I have these hearts, which I could cut down, but I don't think I'm going to cut those down. Those are great, but I have these little pink ones. So let me put this back down here for a sec. Yeah, let's use the pink. Let's see here. Now, these tend to stick together if you're using them, so just an FYI. Let me peel these apart a bit. Yeah, you can feel they're so lacy and thin, and once you get used to the feel, you know when there's extra. Kind of like those eye gel packs. I don't know if anyone uses those for under eye treatments. They're so thin, and you know when, okay, I've grabbed too many. So the question is, do I need more than one? No, I think one will do it. Very good. I'm just going to use glue to adhere this down because I just have an easier time with my... I'm a kid who never grew up, apparently. I love my glue sticks. I know it's silly, but hey. So let me glue this. Okay, I got some glue on here. Just going to put this down. So a little bit of glue comes through the lace, but that's okay. Now I want to put this on here. You see what I mean? How that background helps that. First off, I use the apron paper, so it would blend in, and I don't want it to blend in. I want it to stand out a little bit. What do you think? I think this is really cute. So let me move my unteam doilies out of the way. Oh gosh, right? I'm having so much fun with this little planner. Let me cover up my glue. Let's clean up my desk. When I get my craft room, my craft nook, I should call it, in order, because we moved, I'm actually going to do a tour of my nook and show you around. I just haven't had the time to finish unpacking yet. Okay, so these are, for those of you who didn't, I'll drop my video from last week, but these are recipes that I found. Every month I challenge myself to try new recipes. So these are some I found either on Instagram or Pinterest or whatever, and as I cook them, as I make them, I either put a yes or a no. So I know going forward if it worked or not. And this is just, I had started it, and then of course I'd stopped. I was meal planning in my personal planner, and this is a lot of fun, and I like the creativity of trying new things. So now I want to put this, let's take some of this here, some of these sheets. These are just, you know, I'm going to take these note sheets. Perfect. And I'm going to put this in the back. I love this. I just love this. And so, yeah, and then, oops, we got to tack that down a little stronger. Hold on. Okay, I tacked it down. So let's get this in here like this. Let's take our papers and put them in here, right? And then we close it like this. And boom, it worked. Yay. Sometimes when you start a project, you think, oh, can I? So I'm going to bring it a little closer. There we go. Okay. So this is in my folder. You can see the tab. It does run into the pen. That's the only thing, because I made it a little larger, but I'm okay with that. That's fine. I mean, I could always move it to the front if I feel that's a problem, truthfully. And maybe, you know what? Let's do that just to avoid any pen issue here. I think I'm going to put it right up front here. Okay. Can I do this, or do I have to do it all separately again? Probably, just to be safe here. Okay. And there we go. Boom. Love it. I love how it came out. Yeah, that's a much better placement. It still hits the pen, but it's not nearly as, you know, it's hitting it but not crashing into it, as it were. I love it. I love it. It does stick out a little bit, and I'm okay with that. I could have made it smaller, but I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room. I'm not going to trim it down. I'm not going to do any of those things. I'm going to leave it as it is. And what I'm actually going to do is take that red pepper pesto recipe and jot it down in here so I have it for the future. So yeah, that's just a little recipe folder for my new meal planner, which I'm loving very much. Incidentally, I wanted to show you, don't tilt. Let me show you something. Now, I wrote out my recipes, but the truth of the matter is I don't need these days because I alternate. So for example, it's I'm filming this Thursday. I'm going to drop this tomorrow. So I actually switched the taco pierogies and my salmon. I switched those. So I just kind of, yeah. I like to put ideas down and then I'll make them whatever day I feel in the mood for. So even though I have these days of the week here, I'm not really adhering to that. So I still have to do next week's meal plan. I have some ideas, but yeah. All right, planner friends, thanks so much for spending your time with me. And I hope I inspired your creativity. And yeah, and maybe I can even inspire a few new recipes for you to try. So thanks again for being here, planner friends. Have a great day, and let's eat well and eat healthy. Bye, planner friends.